Youth sign?
Yep.
Carly? Carol Lee, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Waterloo.
Yep.
Yes, welcome.
My question is, do you support Jim Ott's 3 OWI bills and Van Wangard's Senate bill on drinking and driving?
Yeah, I don't know exactly where Jim's bills are at, but each and every cycle, biennium, over the last 6, we have passed a number of drunk driving bills. I would think that Representative Ott's bills will come up again and probably will make it through and be passed.
Right.
Yeah.
The ignition interlock bill is being voted on the 10th.
Yeah, that's
on the floor.
That's in our
That's in the
house
assembly,
yeah.
yeah.
Next week.
Yeah.
Right.
Or this week, I'm sorry,
Yeah,
Wednesday.
Wednesdays.
Right.
Right.
Would you support first offense, a misdemeanor in Wisconsin?
I have not. In the past, we have had a number of pieces that have come forward that I think the felony conviction on the first one is too strong. I think that circuit court judges throughout the state, if you have a discussion with them, oftentimes 60% of that first-time offender never re-offend. I think people should be afforded the opportunity to be able to make the case that they're going to get clean or that they're not going to drive drunk again. And so I personally have not supported it.
Because Wisconsin is the only state where first offense is not a crime.
I realize that.
Yeah.
I realize that.
And more needs to be done. It's every day you see in the news, 8th, 9th, 10th. We just had a 12th offender. So
Yeah.
the alcohol programs are not working, evidently.
Well,
Well,
yeah, we got a brand, I mean, once again, the treatment and diversion program, the TAD programs, which the legislature just has begun to start to invest in, probably one of the best in the entire state is Dodge County, where originally it was volunteers. If you pick up the paper and there's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10th offense, those people are alcoholics.
Right,
They
and they need help.
They
Yes.
are completely addicted,
Right.
and the only way to stop them from driving drunk in the future is put them in jail, throw away the key, or they need to become completely clean. And I've done a lot of ride-alongs with circuit court judges on the TAD program. It is unique. It's like nothing I've ever seen before, in that the judges are personally involved with the individuals that have to appear before the bench. They know their names, they know their spouses, they know their children, they know whether or not they're attending their AA meetings, they understand whether or not this person has fallen back on what they're supposed to be doing, which is why this legislature continues to put more and more money into that program, because
$2 million a year, correct?
yeah, and we just had that provision again.
Right, and I was reading the outcome evaluation and cost benefit report. This is the 2007 to 2013. There's only 189 individuals were OWI related in that program.
Well, not every county has developed a drunk driving program. Just off the top of my head, Waukesha's had it for many years, but it's been aimed at, specifically narcotics and alcohol. So of the 72 counties, not all of them have their programs up and running, but that's what the TAD grants are there for, to make the commitment to, let's get the repeat drunk drivers clean and off the road versus just continually putting them in and judges being forced to let them out on the street again. That's kind of the whole, that's the idea behind it. So.
MAD is campaigning throughout the states on ignition interlocks for all offenders. Is that something that you would vote for?
We have I think the bill is currently
If it's 0.15, was it?
Yeah. I would have to take a look at it. I don't know exactly the ins and outs of the bill per se, but I definitely will. Yep.
And
Yep.
sobriety checkpoints. 38 states allow them. Wisconsin does not.
I don't
Your
support
opinion?
them. I do not support them. No. I think I think we have other systems in place that probably could do a better job. I don't know that law enforcement necessarily supports them either.
Has
But,
there even been a bill?
No, then I,
to that
there,
end for
Yeah.
correct, I
Kentucky?
haven't found any, but, I
Yeah.
mean, I would think a 1-minute inconvenient stop for a person would be worth it if it could save one life.
Well, that's the argument on just about every bill that's
Right.
moving through the legislature on drunk driving. I mean, there's many different aspects and takes on them, so it's not easy, but I think this legislature and the past legislatures over the last probably 6-10 years have been doing a lot when it comes to drunk driving, and we need to continue to do that.
And I'm concerned that Governor Walker says the opioid addiction is a public health crisis. What about alcoholism in Wisconsin? It's like that's being put on the back burner.
Right.
We still got to address that.
No, I agree. I mean, that's what we do, is try and make judgment calls on public policy.
Right.
And we're trying to strike a balance on a lot of different things. In the western portion of the state, it's meth. So there are many different places that we're kind of fighting this and trying to do it in tandem with law enforcement, that's for sure.
Right.
If you talk to the DAs, if you talk to the prosecutors, it's almost like there's a line down the middle of the state, and everything on the east side is opiate and, meds. A lot of it is
Right.
just prescription meds, and everything on the western side is more of a mix of meth, and that goes all the way across all of Minnesota, the Dakotas, all the way out to the west, where meth is a much bigger issue. So it's very complex.
Right. Is money a factor why we don't have stricter OWI penalties in Wisconsin? Does it come down to money?
No, I don't think it comes down to money. No, I mean, I think we are doing a lot when it comes to drunk driving. Some people are not going to be satisfied no matter what we do. And I understand it, especially if they've been victimized by drunk driving, either personally or if they've lost somebody.
It's 100% preventable, and the state needs to do more about it. More treatment facilities, building treatment facilities. And
Well,
one way.
I mean, I would say I go back to that striking a balance. I mean, it's a cultural thing in Wisconsin.
Well, yeah, that's
has-
got to change. We can't keep using that excuse in Wisconsin, and why we ignore. Our neighboring states has so much harsher OWI laws.
I'm not going to say which circuit court judge, but I'll just tell you. I mean, I had a discussion many years ago with them about taking away people's driver's license.
And that's what
And,
Dan Wenger.
right, and a lot of circuit court judges who have to deal with these individuals on a regular basis will tell you, that's great. Then I take the driver's license away from the guy, and then what? He has to get an occupational, because otherwise he's going to lose his job. And once he loses his job, he's got a wife and kids at home.
Well,
And I'm not making excuses. I'm just telling
He
you.
chose to drink.
Yeah, but you got a
and
circuit
drive.
court judge who has to make that call,
Well, that.
and it's far more complex.
Shirley, I know you're on my calendar next
Yeah, I
week,
have a meeting,
So
yeah.
I think I appreciate your passion for this, but there's a lot of people that want to speak, so I think you and I can flesh out more of where I'm at on this, but I think
Right. That it's just more needs to be done. And one way that you could raise money is raise the alcohol tax. The beer tax has not been raised since 1969. The spirits and wine since 1982. Why? So I agree with the woman that wants to raise the gas tax. Raise the beer tax, alcohol tax.
Gotcha.
I know Fred Risser,
Risser.
I know he would like to raise it to it's $2 a barrel currently. He wants to raise it to $10 a barrel. $36 million that would generate for treatment for these people that desperately need the help. So,
Yep.
thank you for listening.
Thank you.